Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill is back as Superman, but he's out as The Witcher. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, did you hear about the news? Yes, I heard about the news. But y'all got to remember, I don't care about The Witcher because, again, it's a CD Projekt Red thing. I don't really know much about The Witcher. I'm not going to knock anybody who likes the game or anything. I'm just letting you know that I don't know anything about it. I can't be a fan of something I don't know anything about. And I can't tell anybody if the decision is correct. But I will say that based on what I know about what people have been telling me about Witcher, and based on what people have been saying about Henry Cavill, it makes sense that he kind of dropped out for season 4, because now that he signed this big contract with Superman, which, you know, by the way, Grace Randolph, take the fucking loss, baby. How you gonna try to tell an actor, how you gonna say that he's lying? He's the actor, he's the one who knows. So him, The Rock, and other people who are making reports about this are lying. Like, why would The Rock and Henry Cavill be lying about that kind of stuff? About the fact, because think about it, Henry Cavill been so coy about Superman for a long time, and it's kind of weird that you're saying that he's lying about his role with Superman. Like, get a grip. I don't know what your hatred is, which is kind of weird, since you do work for you work for a subsidiary of WB. It's kind of weird that you're sitting up here lying about it. Just like James Gunn called your ass out, and guess who's like the head of DC Films? James Gunn. So yeah, baby, you might need to just shut the hell up. You know, it's weird. Just take the loss like anybody else. You know what I mean? Anyway, that was a little tangent of Grace Randolph being a loser, as usual. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because I heard that the reason why it makes sense is because Henry Cavill is like one of the biggest fucking nerds of all time. Yes, everybody knows he's a nerd. And if you guys need any proof, go on his Instagram page and watch him build a fucking PC, a gaming PC. He had everybody nutting up, all right? He had people freaking the hell out that he made a damn video of himself making a gaming PC. People were like freaking the hell out, and he always defends the fans, and he doesn't believe in us being toxic. He believes us being passionate, which I'm glad to hear somebody feels that kind of way about us, because I get kind of tired of people, like Hollywood in general, people who work in Hollywood or work on these projects, always trying to blame the fans for not liking something. And it's just like, no, your toxic behavior is the reason why it's not working. You know, stop blaming the fans for the nonsense or whatever. But I will say, after watching season 1, which, you know, that's really what I watch. I haven't watched season 2 or season 3 of The Witcher yet, so I couldn't tell you. But I know people who did watch season 2. They said that they felt like he was in backseat. And honestly, the only reason why I was watching The Witcher is for Henry Cavill. I don't really know anything about The Witcher, but when they said Henry Cavill was there, I was like, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know anything about The Witcher to make really commentary on is the game good or the book series is good, because I've never read the book series. All I know is Henry Cavill is playing Geralt, and apparently Geralt is a badass, but it looks like Netflix wanted to go the route of feminist propaganda bullshit. So yeah, that might not be a good thing, especially when the main character is supposed to be Geralt, and Henry Cavill loves playing the game. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like going off of what I've known, and I heard that he would call the writers and them out on, you know, doing things wrong with the Witcher series. And then you got the head writer, one of the head writers or supervisors of the X-Men, the animated series, 97, was talking about how he was working or she was working on it. I don't know if it was a he or she, but the person was working on The Witcher, and in the writing room, they literally have disdain for the source material. They wanted to change it around. They didn't like Gerald. They wanted to focus on female empowerment or whatever and stuff like that. And it's just like, that's not what you do when you're doing an adaptation of a source material that has years of history, lore, and has a fandom. You know, the reason why you're doing this is because it has a fandom. But then you have disdain, and that's the problem. Is that with Hollywood, they keep hiring people that have disdain for these materials. That's why Marvel's in the clusterfuck it is now. That's why the comic books are in the clusterfuck of what they are. That is why DCEU's been a mess ever since the debacle, the craziness of firing Zack Snyder, because you're having people that are in charge that actually hates hate the source material of this stuff, and then don't want to take criticism, don't want to listen to the fans that are telling you, hey, this is what I think will be better for the show, or I really love The Witcher and this is what I really think, or whatever, and stuff like that. There are plenty of people who can come up with better stories, just like people like me. I can come up with probably cool comic book stories for the DC characters, but y'all don't want to choose people like that. You want to choose people who want to come in and want to be like, oh, I believe this character is gay, or I believe this character should be black, or I believe this character should be Latino because my Fifi said so. Even though years of history conflict that or contradicts that, And I heard that he took a backseat in season 2. So if he took a backseat in season 2, I don't know what season 3 might contain. So why not leave the show? You know what I mean? I would leave the show too at this point. But he's getting replaced with Liam Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth's brother, and I don't really know if that's even a better thing, but I will say this, Liam, if you're going to play Gerald, you need to get in shape, bro. You need to start looking like your brother. There is no choice, because nobody's going to believe a skinny Gerald. They're not. You better get in shape. You got what season 4 is in post-production or whatever. And I'm quite sure they knew this before season 3 finished or whatever. I hope Liam is getting in shape for the role. He needs to put the muscle mass on like his brother did when his brother did Thor, because that's the only way this is going to work. But I think Henry Cavill made a good decision, because why be dragged down with the show that constantly don't want to have you as a main character? You got too many, and then you got weirdos, loser females on there, or a loser male feminist that's on there that wants to focus on female empowerment and diversity and inclusion in a franchise that really doesn't make any logical sense. From what I heard, it's based on Polish Scandinavian lore. So why the hell is there Latinos, Asian, blacks in there instead of Caucasian like characters? I'm sorry, it just doesn't make logical sense, and I'm tired of people telling me that it doesn't really matter. Well, yeah, it does, because you're asking me to believe in a fantasy world that already has its own lore set up. Even when I was watching The Witcher, I thought some of the characters were out of place, because it just doesn't make logical sense why this character would be here in this time period at all. Even if it is a made-up time period, there is still a universal truth of certain things. You know what I mean? That'll be like if you did a African-like show where they're in the continent of Africa, like deep Africa, right? And the main character, instead of being black, is white, and then a lot of the supporting cast, instead of being majority black, is majority diverse. You get what I'm saying? Everybody be like, wait, that doesn't make any logical sense. They're in like a African country. It should be mostly black. Well, no, it shouldn't be, because you have to look at it like that. We're trying to be diverse and inclusive, right? So kind of keep it like that, if you ask me. I mean, I know some people think it is what it is. I don't have no love or hate towards the Witcher series. So will I continue to watch the show? I'm gonna watch season 2 and season 3 because Henry Cavill. That is literally the only reason why I watched the movie. I do have a man crush on Henry Cavill. Yeah, that is known. So I'm a sucker for anything Henry Cavill does. But I mean, I'm not bursting out my seat like Anna does. But I think he's a really charming actor, and I like the roles that he plays in. Especially if you guys I think one of his best movies outside of being Superman. There are 2 shows. I loved him in The Tudors, and I loved him in the man called Uncle, or The Spy Called Uncle. I forgot the name of the title, but definitely watch those 2 things outside of that. And of course, Mission Impossible, which I was so mad because I really wanted him to join the cast instead of them making him a villain and killing him off. I was like, oh no. But it is what it is, right? But my thoughts is that I think it's good for Henry Cavill to get away from that. Why stay in a role where the writers, producers, executives clearly hate your character and you're just there for name only? That's why they hired you, honestly. From seeing what I'm seeing now, they only hired Henry Cavill for name only because they knew he would bring a draw. But why stay in a show that's going to, humiliate the character or make him the side piece in his own show? It's kind of dumb. But that's what Hollywood's been doing, is this unnecessary female empowerment bullshit that's getting on people's nerves. So good for Henry Cavill. Liam, congratulations for the new role. I'm not going to blame you for taking the role. I will say, bulk up, bruh. You got to bulk up. You got to get like your brother. I need you looking like Thor. I need you looking like young Thor. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of muscle. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my personal opinion on the matter. But tell me what you guys think. Are you guys excited that Henry Cavill is coming back as Superman, but at the cost of Gerald, or do you guys not even care? I'm more excited that he's coming back as Superman. I need a Man of Steel 2 like tomorrow. All right? But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.